Okay, it's Friday, 2:30 in the afternoon. I had started the conversion a little earlier today. I didn't do very much. I removed the existing system, if you will. I removed the connectors to the motor, and I pulled out the field set and put in a spacer. I put in the real magnet motor soon, but this allows me then to move away the old chassis with the fingers. The reason I'm not chopping this thing up is it has the centered side frames and it's a good looking chassis. So I'm thinking I may keep this around. I may strip it, but keep it in its form with the natural knuckle coupler and all that stuff. That's kind of a good thing. I don't know. I don't like to cut, just cut to cut, you know. This one is a earlier model, as you can see by the tenders and the trucks. And I'm thinking, because I've had trouble with this getting good power, I may, when I get this running, take these off and replace them with my all-wheel pickup. Anyway, I know I want to get rid of this thing and put in a link to the firebox and then bring in the K5 trailing truck. I really like that modification. So what I've done to this fellow is bring it in. It was already assembled, the boards have been built and mounted, so this is a big head start for me. And I'm simply bringing power off of the truck. The front truck goes to this terminal. The rear truck goes to this terminal. This terminal feeds the digital reverse, and this terminal feeds the power regulator for smoke, which I have this way too long wire. And I am just about ready to begin to fit up my wiring for the motor and springs. I don't want to lose another spring. I had one fly off yesterday and it never land. I think 1 out of 10 times I have found the spring that went flying. That's about as good as I get. Now, I'm going to get this running probably without the smoke running. Well, probably with it. It's already been, I don't know what to set at. We'll adjust it real quick, make sure. But I want to make sure this sound is good, okay? I see that plate is a replacement plate and it sticks out over this sound piece, so I could grind it back maybe and get a little better sound, but it's going to have this vintage puff and chuff right now, which isn't so bad, is it? No? Well, that gear could use a little cleaning, couldn't it? I don't know who set this up, but they must not have had their head on straight that day. Anyway, I may go through that again. I know I will. All right, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and bolt this up and begin to wire the motor. And I need to do that with this guy out of the way a little bit, which I can do here. This upper board is held in place by these two screws, and I think I should be able to loosen them fairly easy and get this board out of here. There we go. All I'm going to do is set it aside so I can get into these terminal strips. Not the best of layouts, but it's how it is for now. We may change things later. The other thing I need to do is this one here is bent. This one here needs to be checked. I brought over the special tools that I use for this process. This one I'm going to use a needle nose. This will work, I suppose. It's not my favorite, but it'll work. To just flatten it out. There we go. Get in there and make sure it's flat. And then open this up a little bit. And this, okay. Then it says these are kind of pushed in, so I'm going to have to try to figure out how to do that over something and tap it down. I'll figure out some way of doing that so that it has the right form that we want for this. Maybe I can do it like this. Make sure that spring stays in shape. Then I do this. I put this guy in the side like that, and then I roll it over just to give it a little shape and use the smaller ends of this mandrel. Here I'm unwinding it more or less. I wanted to get in there and improve it. There we go. Now I can grab the whole thing and roll it back, and that'll give it a nicer, I think it'll give us a nicer fit. Let's see how well that's turned out. See if I have one to set up on. Yeah, well, here's an old one that's been broken. I need to get some new ones of these if anybody has any. Oh yeah, that's a nice tight fit. That's good. So this will work. I gotta get the wires ready to solder in it. Let's check this one. It's not bad. I just tighten it up a little bit. It's in good shape. Give it a test. Oh yeah, that'll be nice and tight too. Good. Okay, so those are ready. Now the dilemma here is this bolts in about like that. So this is way long. It only needs to be about that long. And what I'm thinking about doing is putting a connector in here so I can actually unpin this or unconnect it. If I put a connector back here, I could actually use something here to kind of capture that and hold it up, but I don't want those wires to get in that gear, so I'm not sure I like that idea. I have to think about it. I think I could come up with something that sticks out and holds it up, you know, like that, captures it a little bit. So I think I could be okay. Oh wait, this has to kind of come down like this and then up like that and then over there. So it's going to have that much wire in it. So I'm only going to save that much wire. I'm not really saving a lot of wire, but I don't need this long. And then I need a connector. See, like these could be the connectors for this. And then, I don't know the best way to, I hate the waste. This is real strong flexi wire, and it has a good thing. I mean, I have a roll of it. I just don't like to waste it. Yeah, what is this? This is 22 gauge soft wire. I have 100 feet. I buy at a time. It's 22 gauge, which is pretty good. It'll carry a lot of power for us. All right, so while I'm dinking around in my brain, you know, we're losing daylight. So let's see. Is there anything around here I can borrow from? Yes. I could borrow from this sloppy engine if I wanted to. Let's see how that might work. Because that is this engine needs a lot of work yet. It's not going anywhere. What did I get? I got something too small apparently. Here, try this one. All right, there we go. And there we go. Out. Okay, out. All right, now then, let's see if we can pop these off and not lose. I found a missing thing. Oh, fun. All right. Anyway, let's see if we can hold on to those springs. Yes, we can. Okay, here's a set. Now I got a set ready to go. All right, I'll save these for that guy and we'll figure that out. Okay, so now I can put these on and route them back. That's a good thing. Well, wait, this motor doesn't even have its armature yet. So wait a minute, we got some work to do here. Oh, that may need cleaning. Yeah. Well, no, I just had this off, didn't I, and cleaned it? Yeah. All right. Okay. Hold the phone. Let's get our motor figured out. I've got to get this off with a bigger screwdriver. There we go. I don't really like the screws that I have found I like the best are actually brass because they're non-magnetic. And when you put permanent magnets where I'm putting them, that's kind of a plus, I think. Okay, there we go. This thing is just not happy. He is so unhappy. I don't know what's going on here. Let's get him out of there. See if I can spread it while I turn it. Yeah, a little bit. All right. Something else we have to think about is what kind of motor do we want to put in here? We're going to go with what size? Well, what do we have available? I could steal this black thing, which is a black medium, which isn't too bad. It's a little on the square side. Let me look. He's got the motor. There's a motor that's not too bad. I've got a big motor. I have a big motor and a medium motor. Well, I really think the medium motor is the right way to go because this is not a big engine. I mean, it's a plastic body. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these screws out because I like them. I'm going to switch screws. I'm going to keep this motor assembly the way it is, but I'm going to take the magnets out and I'm going to put in this blank magnet there. Keep this together. Oh, what a mess. Get those off. Good. Now, get this back on. Oh, look at that. This is a ball bearing motor. Ball bearing motor. Ball bearing motor installed backwards. How did that happen? Whoa, Dennis. Oh, what a mess. Oh, that's terrible. All right. I'm going to take these screws. I'm not going to build this up because I know I'm going to have to take it apart, fix that. But I'm going to use these steel screws. They're not so magnetic, right? Okay. Let's get this in there. This can go back where it came from for now. And it's a good one, but I don't want to mess with that one right now. So what we have here, oh, it did have two. Oh God, I stole it. It came stuck to it. I knew it was right. I had two back to back and a spacer. Oh boy, this is a nice one. Yeah, pair of arcs and the medium sized ones. They should fit more flat, and that one did. Just need a little tap. Okay, good. All right. So what we're gonna do, ow! I'm going to pull this apart like I talked about doing some time ago. Somewhere I need to have a. Let's get this stuff out of here. I'll show you how this works. Are you able to see this in good shape, right? This? Yeah, kind of. I'm going to put some more light on it if I can. That help? Not much. But anyway, there's a bushing in here, and I'm going to pop it out because it's just not what we want. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's all it takes. Here he comes. Mr. Bushing. Boop. El Gono. Now look at this. It fits. It just fits right in there. It's really good. I've used them all. I know I sent some to another guy. I ordered some more. I might have one left. Let's see what I have in here. I do have some left. Let's see. I don't know what it's going to take with that armature. You have to space them right. What I'm doing is I'm trying to open my battery bag here. Battery bag, my bearing bag. I've got one flush one and one, no, they're all the same. Okay. So what I had before was one back to back. I don't know how that's going to work, but let's see if I put this in, oh wait, I know. Whoa, a GABA. Ooh, not good. That's very hard. All right, well, we're gonna have to clean that out. All right, let's put this together. Let's put this together. And what we're measuring, or what we're eyeballing here, is the spacing of the armature windings and the, boy, that looks really good right there. Just the pair of them like that. Now let's try this and see how much space we have for clearance. Ooh, that's not bad. I'm going to tighten this up and just check it for clearance, and if it doesn't bind, we're done. Okay? That's all you want, to make sure there's no binding anywhere. Uh-oh, now it's moved on me. That's weird. Ah, there may be a hunk of plastic. Let's see how tight I can get this. It's not happy. Oh, the bearing fell out of its groove. Don't go crazy now. Got to make sure it stays. Yeah, it needs to be in that. There we go. Now it's in. Now it's all together. And a spring flew out. I got it back this time. It bounced off my hand. Well, that was luck. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Well, I don't know. I'll back it up a half a turn and see if it gets better. Yeah, it does. Okay, so it's got a bind. It's just a little too much clamping. And what I don't know is, can I keep it there? Boy, that's pretty good. I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice if you could, huh? Absolutely no room. You can back drive it. You believe that? That's how little friction there is. I can back drive it. Boy, that's nice. Still back drive it. I'm going to try it like that and see how it goes. That's what I'm going to do, because it just feels too good. 2 ball bearings back to back is an excellent fit. I did think we better check this for grease, because that was a chunk of dried grease. It did not look good. I can't believe that was in there if I had actually worked on this, you know. Oh, that would be not good. No, that's not. That's new. That's all new. Get my skinnier tool here. Yep. All new. All new. That's pretty new. Yeah, it must have just been something left over, maybe. I don't know. All right, well, I'll just run this down here and see if I get any more hard stuff. Nah, it's getting something. I'm probably going to have to go through this tooth by tooth to make sure. Some of it looks old, but it's not. That piece that fell out was concrete, I'm afraid. That was not good. Must have been hung up somewhere and I didn't see it. Rinse, 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 you know? Spray the tuner spray and all that. Okay. Doesn't take long, you just have to have the patience. Make sure you check every tooth. Both sides. That side is a little cakey. Right there, that side, the outside on that side is cakey, meaning it's hard and it's there and you're gonna have to pick it away or it's gonna slow down the gear train. Here we go. We're coming up to the where I've been before now. Oh boy, yeah. All right. Yeah, one more swipe through here. Look at that. All right, that's not too shabby. Now I want to get my special tool that I had made, and I put it somewhere. Brought it down here and put it somewhere. Now I don't know where I put it from. That's not it. Well, I have this stuff. This is the same thing. This is what I bought to verify my clearances. That works, and that works. Okay. I'm going to use this to make a tool to do that. Cost me a little bit, but it's worth it. Wow, these are set about right. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with this. It's okay. It's okay enough. Let me get my grease. I use white lithium. I also have this Label 106 that's plastic compatible. I don't really need that because I'm not really running plastic in here. This is the white lithium grease. This is Panef. This has got to be ancient. There's no date. It's probably not even made anymore. I've had this back in the 70s. This is Permatex white grease. It's fairly common and new, but this is what I like to use. I don't know why. It's feels right, I guess. I have a red sticky grease too, but it gets pretty sticky. All right, we've gone around. That feels nice, looks nice. That's gonna stay on there. Okay, there's the lid. All right, set that aside. I'm gonna get my rag here. I'm gonna wipe up this wet oil we see. Got that out of the way. Clean this off a little bit. Okay, get him back in there. That's to keep the grease where you want it, not falling out on the track. Of course, as we do our 120-mile-an-hour runs, grease goes flying. I've had it sprattered up my shirt one time. Oh, I got in trouble for that. Okay, I feel good about this. I feel good about that. This is wired in, as we know. We have lost another spring. It just fell out, I'm sure. No, it probably took a ride. Oh, you bugger, you. Oh, there it is. Whew. Hit my hand and fell over there. Okay, now let's make sure. Does that feel right? Oh, your brushes aren't in there, you dodo. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's make sure those are going in. Yep. Freely. Okay, now we should have a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Sticking out. Okay, now load it up. Don't lose them this time. Captured. Oh, I didn't like that. This one's loose. I'll get out my purple tools here and just give that a little tweak. Just a little tweak. You don't want to go too crazy, but you want it to be snug. One, so you have contact for the electricity, and two, so it doesn't just come off in the middle of a highball. And oh yeah, that's a snug one. Good. Let's go ahead and check this one before we get going. If one's loose, oh yeah, you can see this one's loose. You can see he's behind in his times. Okay. Try him now. Try him now. Here we go. Ready? Hit it. Not in. I have to catch my finger the right way and then, oh, okay. Didn't feel right, but then it was right. It's right. Okay, so this is going to come into here. These are going to come off. Perfect. I don't know if this is the right way or not, but I do the right on the right. I don't know, left on the left. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Oh, look at this. I was squishing the insulation. I cut it too short. There you go. Now you know. That's a good length. When you go to wire yours up, give it enough length so it sticks in and you're not squishing rubber in the clamp, because that's not going to give you a very good electrical. You want to just clamp it. There you go. Now the right one in the right, or the left one, you know what I mean. Oh, same thing here. No, he's okay. I'm going to do it anyway because he looks a little short to me. Just a little, just a taste. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Get in the hole. Go to your home. Okay. I haven't tested this board that I recall, so that's going to be something we're going to do here in about 3 seconds. All right, snug, give it a pull. Snug, give it a pull. Okay, feeling good. Now I get the right one for this thing. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Where'd all your, oh, you put the rag on top of them all. There you go. Okay, here we go. This ought to work. Okay, now let's put these back. You're there, you're there, you're there. Okay, good. Let's put these back where they go. Oink. Doesn't take much, it's tight. Make sure there's space, they're not cramped. Looking good. Okay. This is the motor. We're going to be tied up. We're going to tie it up. We're going to have some slack. Oh yeah, we're going to have some slack, but that's okay. We're going to tie it up somehow and it'll be right. This is still too long. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think, oh yeah, this has to go down and around, doesn't it? It has to go like that. That's right. So we're going to use all of it. Okay. So if this one and this one do the same, let's say that it comes up like that maybe, and then comes out, he's going to go like that. Tell you what, I'm just going to tie wrap it and the hell with it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll deal with it. Let's keep it down here though. I don't want it over there. I want it down here, I think. Yeah, let's keep it down here. For the first run through anyway. Oh me. Okay. Now we're getting close. Now we need the big screw. I didn't pull it. Oh, this was not off anything. Oh, so this is new. All right. I thought I had one, but I didn't. Okay, I guess if I did, I used it or I lost it. I don't know where the hell it is. Okay, fine. Here we go. We got them. We got drawers. We got drawers of them. All right. Okay. Let's see if we have power to the motor. I don't know why I keep that rag there. It's stupid. Power to the rotor. Rotor. It's watching a Mazda commercial, right? Okay. Power to the motor, and what else? That's it. Okay. Just get this out of the way. Keep these here. Keep this handy. Well, you got power coming in. Nothing's jumped. Okay. Turn it on. And how did you like the play, Mrs. Lincoln? Okay, look. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Get this out of here. You can't run a train on that. Okay. You could lay it on it, but you can't run it on it. Okay. Of course, there's a bearing in there, and it got sucked up, so okay. We're in good shape. We are in good shape. Get those out of here. This is a board we may need later. Okay, now. There it is. You got a new one now. Okay. Hang on. Something else. Oh, look at this. I picked it up again. I'm not sure if that's what I think it is, but if it is, wouldn't surprise me. Okay, let's try this again and let's see if we can do it without tipping over. I didn't like that. Oh yeah, forward and reverse, good shape. Keep this up. Let's check the power to the fan or the smoke heater. That'll tell us what we think we need to know at any rate. 8.5 volts. Well, yeah, 8.5 volts. That's what I cranked it up to just the other when I was here last. Okay, that's kind of hot, but I don't know what's in there, so it's probably about right. Ah, nice, nice. No locking fingers, no dirty well, mine are, but no dirty fingers. Chumpa, chumpa, chump. You know, how can you go wrong with that, right? Look at this. There's the headlight, and there's the flickering firelight. But that chuff. I don't know. I had another chuff around here that sounded louder, I thought. I wonder if that chuff nozzle's got something in it. I'll get another Q-tip. There's an okay amount of smoke, 9.5, but you know, it's just not too hot. I don't know. It's 875, 8.75 volts. It just went over the hump, it seems like, and it has a lot better smoke. That's full speed, by the way, or at least full speed on this transformer. Let's try it at 30. Yeah, 30, it's still good, yeah. Still good. Not hot. The word's warm. I always say it's warm, but it's not hot. Armature is warm. There's some resistance. I'm wondering if it's in the motor. Yeah. It's running, but it still feels warm to me. I think I'm going to take a break and do some cleaning on the engine and see if everything's okay, and also on the wheels to make sure I'm getting good pickup. I wouldn't like it to be this hot. I mean, warm's warm, but some of these parts are on the high end of warm, you know. I want to make sure it's okay. But one thing we have forward and reverse every time. Every time. And we have full speed. It seems like we have pretty good speed too, so. And we have smoke. And there's a chuff. I don't know why that chuff's so quiet. I'm going to dig into that too. So at any rate, I'm going to take a pause, and I'll be back and see if I can learn anything. I have lots of time to go, but this is how hard this is. You set the field in, you wire the motor to the motor controller, and you wire your smoke up to your smoke power supply, and it works. Digital reverse, power regulation, and smoke voltage regulation. And then these things, you know, you can put on if you want. You have the headlight, you can wire it from the smoke, you can wire it from the motor. This, if you buy this, you wire in the 3 LEDs, little glue gun, whatnot. Oh, and this one even has a headlight. I didn't know if it worked. Did it work? No, it didn't come on. Oh, weird. I don't know where it's at. Maybe it's unplugged somehow. Or the wire's broken. I don't see why it wouldn't, but it's not. Anyway, there was a cab light, and that seems to be not functioning properly. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it, frankly. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. And it goes out to here, unplugs it, red to red, plugs it back in, nothing, okay. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Okay, I'm gonna pause now and come back. Well, break's over. I just worked on it. I mean, it wasn't really, I did find one thing that bothered me. I had a frayed wire at the, on the power wire for the spring connector. And I cut it and re-stripped the wire back full and got it connected back up. And, you know, I was down to like 3 strands out of 40, so you know that could create a resistance in the circuit. The headlight is still not, it's in there and it's lit, but it's not in the right spot. I can't get it to hold. I got to come up with a better idea. As you can see, the smoke is flying out. It's up to 9 volts. That must be an old smoke heater is one thing I'm thinking, but it could be it's low on smoke fluid too. I don't know. I haven't played with this one for a while, but one thing, this is with the original old school tenders, right? I mean, the tender trucks. As you can see, they're the metal sides and all that. Neutral. Reverse at slow speed. No grip tires, okay. No grip tires, okay, fine, but every time. I mean, you want to go backwards? Oh, you want to go forwards? Okay. Want to go fast? We'll get there. It just takes a while. But let's see what it can do at 10 volts, right? That's what we want to think about. We have to have 10 volts at a minimum. 10 volts, 2.8 is about right. Usually 3. You got lights on these cars and stuff. Now the track could be a little dirty. I don't know. 10 volts may not make it around. May have to go up to 10 or 11. Yeah, it seems like it's making it. If it pulls through this curve, we're golden. It's going up 3. Sitting at 3. 2.9. 3. 2.9. 3. Alright, that's about all you get. That's as low as it'll go. Oh hell, I was looking up at the sky. Sorry about that. I was watching my meter here. Okay, so that's 10. Let's take it up to 12. Well, you got the 10. Get the 11 or 12 and it really... Okay, I got enough power now. I can do what I need to do. I can put it down. I can put it down. So you can go at 10 volts, 2.6 amps, lowered amps, and it seems a lot happier. Some good smoke. 13. Firebox is lit. 14. 15. 15 is... It's really scooting at 15. I could see why they decided you didn't need any more power. 15 is pretty good, pretty good. I'll tell you what I did when my transformer burned out in a few minutes. when I was 9 years old. All right, there's 17 volts, and the amperage is dropped to 2 amps. So at 2 amps, it's using less power. I mean, at 17 volts, it's using less power. It could be partially due to the smoke regulator too. Hard to say. But that's a smooth running 17. Pretty smooth. I always loved my 283. Just loved it. It was a Chicago. It was a Pacific. You know, I was from Illinois. Eight, 9 volts maybe. It's going to rattle around there. At 9 years old, I had left my transformer on all night. It was one of the original 45 watt, metal ones. Maybe it was plastic with a red knob, Came into my bedroom. A track was in a big oval in my bedroom. And I could smell something was burned. And I looked over and my transformer was plugged in. I go, oh no. I ran over and I pulled the plug out, but it was warm and it wouldn't work. And I just got home from school. I wanted to play with my train, so I thought, this transformer is like a water faucet, it just turns the power off and on. So what if I cut the wire off at the transformer and just wired it right to the track? It was still unplugged, thank God. I cut the wire off, peeled it back, got it onto the track, and I thought, well, it's going to go full speed because I won't have the ability to turn it down, so I better just start it at the long straight, and when it gets to the curve, unplug it and let it coast around, and then plug it back in to go back down the other straight. I was thinking, maybe not the smartest, but I was thinking. So I plugged it in, and the motor sat there and screamed. It literally screamed. It was getting 110 volts through that little electric motor, and it was spinning the wheels like crazy. It started to leave at about 200 miles an hour, and I got a little scared, so I pulled the plug, and it got down to the straight, and it just kept going straight right into the wall. We had an old farmhouse with 8-inch oak baseboard. It just went bam right into that baseboard and then fell over, and then smoke was coming out of the motor. And I thought, oh God, I've just fried my engine. My beautiful 283 Northwestern. Oh, my parents are going to kill me. I'm not telling them. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wrap everything up, put it in a box, and just put it in the closet. And I did. I never played with my trains again. I did take my engine down to my friend Steve, and the smoke was burned out, but the engine still ran. Can you believe it? He and I played with our trains for ages and ages and ages. Well, a couple more years till we got a driver's license for sure. But we're still friends, and we still talk trains, and we still send our trains back and forth for repairs. And those are all warm memories of playing with your train. Now, this 287 kind of renews all those memories, those beautiful Pacifics. Huh? Love the lines. This is a good-looking engine. It really is. You put all the stuff on it. I'll find all the stuff. I'll figure it out. I'll put it all back together. I'm going to put handrails on it. Deck it out. I do have a cattle train it could pull. I bet it could too, right? Bringing the cattle out. This is a smooth little guy, isn't it? It's got a ball bearing motor on one end. It'll go up to 18 volts. There's 20. Yeah, baby, come on, you can do it, Go, baby, go. Oh, I love it. All right, memories flooding back. Okay, there it is. Almost an hour. You missed the dirt part, just putting it together. the putting the electronics on is actually easier than fiddling with fingers, believe me. It is just goes together, sits in there, and works. I am so pleased. I'm so pleased with this engine. I'm so pleased with all of the engines. One thing I noticed, this chuff sound on this one is the exact same as the 290, but the 290 is much louder. And I know I've hogged out that board. This is a aftermarket lid, and I think it sticks over the edge a little bit. I might have to do some grinding on that. Or maybe it's plugged. Maybe I should have pulled the piston out and cleaned the insides. It's a good runner now. All the same stuff. All I changed was the field and the reverse. Honest engine. That's all I changed. Okay, now calling that one a victory. A victory. I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn to something I wasn't sure I wanted to do. But I've kind of been goaded into putting a tender on this O gauge. This O gauge American Flyer. I apparently have been sent the tender and its chassis, so I could do that. Oh, God help me. All right, we'll see. We will see. We will see. I see another engine sitting there with 3D smoke. That's a K5. That's screaming K5 me. Yes, that would be a beautiful K5. I could put linkage on this baby and try to find an engine that could fit, or a tender for it. Oh, a big tender. A big long tender. A big long tender with all-wheel pickup. Oh, not bad. There's another K5, only this one's very early. This is brass buttons. I don't know what to do with those things. I hate to chop them up. I hate to do anything to ruin them, but we're running out of chassis here, boys. We gotta do something. Okay, that's it. I'm calling it, at least I'm calling that project up. 287 was ripped out, apart. It lost its fields. It lost its reverse. Lost its heavy weight. But it's running real well. Let's see. I do have, whatever this engine is, I do have this engine sitting here, and he needs adapters to fit it onto a proper chassis. He has smoke hull. He has a smoke hull. He has a gear. I don't know. I don't know. We got the 303 cooked up, right? The 303. Did he run yet? I guess not. I don't see his tender. 303. We ran the 302 with the girly, the 290 with that. Oh, the 290 doesn't have the real one. All I have is, yeah, okay, I have this. So that'll work. The 287's got his. The 303, this 302 came to me through the local club. See what it has there? 302 and a 302 double header. Yes. There's one. There's one. Yeah, look at that. There's one. Okay. Okay. And look, it's already been converted. Oh, man. Okay, so there's a 302. It needs... There, by golly. A 302 built up. And that 302 is a double header. I don't know. That's in the cards. I've wanted to do that all along, and this was given to me. This shell was given to me with that. It was done that. Somebody else did that, not me. Okay. This is it's a K5 or a Hudson. It's old. It needs to be running because those are Jim's things, and they're good. So maybe I should be looking at some K5s now. Look at some K5s now. I don't know. Yeah, I've got a lot. I don't know if I got enough Atlantics left. I may have to do. Oh, I had another one, and I had another one I was going to do. You know what? Let's just play here. Where'd that body go? Okay, here it goes. Let's just play here. Think for a minute. If this had a motor on it, let's see, the motor sticks out about that far, but if you were to cut this off right there, cut it off right there, cut it off right there, put a link to here. Okay, so wait, the motor sticks out about that far, so you cut it off there so you could get it back to about here with the motor, and they're hinged so they can pivot like this. It has a motor and he has a motor. Oh, then you know what you have to do? You have to build your own shell. You'd have to build a shell. A 4-4-4-4 shell. Has anyone done that? Does anyone know what that would be? Is that a T4? Oh boy. If you cut it off here, does the smoke still stick out? The smoke does stick out over the nose. The smoke sticks out quite a bit, actually. But you may have to bite it and just have one smoke. You know, 2 engines, 1 smoke, pushing smoke up the front. Some controls here, and then an extended range tender. Some big, long, you know, like a Leon tender. Oh, yeah. I need a tender for that. I need a body for that. But, you know, we ain't called Franken Train Laboratories for nothing. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. We'll see. It's an idea. I don't know. Let's button this up. Talk to you later.